So the first thing is to cut a flay first of all, which is going to serve as the first base. I'm sure by now we should know how to calculate a flay. So this is a flay, but I made it bigger than the circumference, a lot bigger, so that by the time I gather it will make it fuller. So the first thing you want to do is to cover up this by cutting out a stripe of organza, then using it to more like pipe. That part is spiky. So what you're going to do now is I folded it into strong layers, into 4 layers. So you sew it down. The reason you're going to fold it into several layers so that it doesn't pierce through. If you fold it into 1 or 2 layers, it will still pierce through. So that's why I put it into like that. Then I will turn it this way. This is what you do for the beginning and also for the end. When you're getting to the end after sewing, you also do it this way. Okay? So now you're going to start sewing from the right side, that's from the front. And you flip towards the back. Because you don't want your crinoline to be visible in front. So you sew on this is the right side of the fabric. Then sew and flip to the wrong side. Make sure you're just sewing what you need. You don't have to sew too much. Sew at the tip. So now I'm coming towards the end. And you see that I have already done the same thing the way I started. So I'll flip it over to this other side. This is the back now. So this is how it shows from behind. Can we see it neatly? So while sewing, make sure that you push it together so that you have as much, you get as much as you can. So you don't have, you see how I'm pushing it so it's tight. You don't want you just sewing just like this. You want me to make sure that you push it towards the end and make sure that the only thing that is there is what you need. So you sew like that. Another way you can do it is to put hemming gum under it, iron it neatly before you start sewing. I do not recommend only using hemming gum, but after a while, it's bound to come loose. So even if you use hemming gum, you still have to sew it on top to hold it down into place. So well, we've gotten to the end. We've went where we started from. So you can see how neat it is. Okay. So the next thing I'm going to do is to gather the tip like this. The more you gather, the more this hem part coils. So you're going to do a gather stitch around it. Are you seeing the more it gathers, the more it just forms on its own. Okay, so now we are done. This is the first one that we turned, which is the flay. This is the bridal satin or line, whatever you're working with. So this is it. Now we turned 2 full circles without cutting any circumference. This is just a full circle. So the next thing you're going to do is to incorporate it into this. This is the back piece. So you're not folding it into 2. You're more doing it like a high-low. So 1 should be higher than 1. Are you seeing it? So into 2, then again into 2, just like this. Then you fold it again into 2. So by the time you pick it up, you don't place it at the tip. You take it up a little.